Today's reading is going to be Two Truths and a Lie. I have tried to do this reading twice already, a couple weeks ago, and it was weird, but I still held it in my heart because it's an interesting reading, right? So I'm going to give you 3 storylines, and we're going to determine what is truth and what is a lie, okay? So I'll give you 4 piles to choose from: pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. It's probably opposite for you guys, but that's how my camera is. Scrappy, honey. Sorry, guys. Okay, so what am I saying? Pile number 1 is this speckled little stone. It's like green and blue. Pile 2, I call it my shark tooth stone. It's not an actual shark tooth, but it's pointed and, I don't know, it looks like a tooth. Pile number 3, I don't think this is a carnelian. We're going to say it's a gold stone. It might not actually be a gold stone, but let's just say that. And then pile number 4 is this luxury stone. It is actually gold. Scrappy, honey. Actually, sorry, let's call this carnelian, and even though it's not as red. Scrappy! I'm sorry, they have started blowing off fireworks. It's not even dark outside yet, so I don't know why. Anyway, this is gold stone, like a luxury stone. I call it my luxury stone because it's all glittery. Well, let's get on to it. But yeah, I don't know why. Pile number 1. Don't know why they're shooting off fireworks. It's like whenever summertime happens, it's like every day, and my dogs freak out because they don't like the sky booms. Okay, so story A. We have the 10 of Pentacles reversed. We have the 9 of Swords. And we have the Emperor reversed. So I feel like story A is a story about losing one's job and having a lot of anxiety about it, or they might be stuck in a job that is unfulfilling and toxic, a toxic work environment, and they just can't deal anymore. Or they had to recently quit a job, and so now they are unemployed and dealing with a lot of anxiety as a result. And it could have been a toxic work environment, and they are still reliving some of the traumatic experiences that happened in that toxic workplace. There might have even been some sort of harassment stuff. For others of you, this story A could be recently having to leave a marriage, a woman most likely leaving a marriage because the Emperor is a controlling masculine energy, and they might have a lot of anxiety because they don't know if they'll be able to support themselves. They might have relied heavily on that marriage for financial assistance, for financial support, and now that they don't have either double income or, income at all, they might have been stay-at-home mom or something like that. There's a lot of anxiety. Or they are thinking about leaving a marriage and worried that they won't be able to support themselves without this person. For some of you, it could even be an abusive person. I hope not for some of you. I hope none of you are in abusive relationships. So let's go to story B. Story B, we have the 3 of Cups. We have the Chariot reversed. And we have the Devil reversed. So in story B, this person, honestly, I feel like this person is gallivanting. This person is going out, socializing, and it's because they feel a lack of control within themselves. This Chariot card is a little different because it's like rock star on top of a car, and everyone's throwing their panties at him. But it's very therapeutic for them because they are releasing a lot of bondage. They are releasing a lot of inner conflict, a lot of baggage that they have by partaking in these frivolous and light and fun social things. I don't even think it's necessarily seeing someone in particular. I feel like it's more of a get my flirt back, get my mojo back, gain more confidence in myself, and release any toxic behaviors. It's interesting because we have the Emperor reversed over the Devil. Reversed. So this is a lot about toxicity, right? And so that's story B. But there are no emotional attachments, no emotional commitments to these social engagements. It's only to take their mind off of something that they feel chained and bound to, and gain more confidence within themselves and have more control in their life. So story C, we have justice reversed. We have the Ten of Pentacles reversed. Interesting, it has shown up twice in the reversed position. And we have the King of Pentacles. So, definitely see divorce in this whole storyline. We have the Ten of Pentacles reversed twice, and then we have Justice reversed. I feel like there's going to be some injustice, I feel like, in a divorce case, in a custody battle, in a breakup agreement, right? Someone is going to come out on top, and it's not going to be fair. Someone is going to take all the money. Personally, I feel like storyline B is the lie, and A and C are the truth, right? The storyline is that the story is an abusive person worrying about stability outside of this connection. Story C is unjust court cases as a result of this separation and someone else controlling the finances, someone else being on top. Interestingly, we do have Emperor reversed, as I said, Devil reversed, as I said, and the King of Pentacles all in the same line. Signs I see here: Aries, Cancer, Capricorn, Libra, quite possibly Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, but Capricorn definitely. We'll say Capricorn. Ten of Pentacles can be a Capricorn card for me too. So the lie is that going out gallivanting, going out socializing is not releasing any burdens. It's not releasing any toxicity. It's not freeing you from anything. It's not having you feel in control or this person in control. And I feel like storyline B will be used against you in a court case if that is you. I also feel like it can be used against the other person if that is the lie that they are feeding you in a court case. And you could actually be the person on top, but you have, like, the lie in this scenario is that the party is meaningless, that going out is meaningless, but there might be a waste of money. There might be, I just heard DUI. There might be, if the person gallivanting and partying and doing all these things to escape some sort of bond, saying they're doing it to bring more confidence and lightheartedness to themselves, or thinks that's what they're doing, I think it is only going to set them back. And that's a lie that they are telling themselves and quite possibly telling you. Or if you relate to storyline B, then that's a lie you are telling yourself, and that's a lie you are telling the other party. But in any case, storyline B is the lie, storyline A and C are the truth, and storyline B will cause some unfairness in custody battles and divorce settlements and any sort of legal trouble. So let me know if that resonated. I love you very much. For others, for others dealing with with a job, like harassment, I'm dealing with the same stuff. I feel like with this storyline B, it is a person, a company minimizing, treating it like, that's no big deal, right? Like, why are you making a big deal out of this? And I think, again, they are lying to themselves, and they are lying to you, and it will eventually be used against them. Anyway, let me know if that resonated. I love you very much. If you would like a personal reading, check the description box below. And, of course, like, share, comment, and subscribe. I love you. Bye. That was a better 2 truths and a lie. Let's keep up the momentum with the other piles. First 2 readings I did for this, I had to check them because just weren't. They weren't. Okay, pile number 2, the shark tooth. Storyline A, we have the 5 of Cups. We have the Ace of Cups. We have the Strength reversed. So for story A, this person is feeling a lot of regret, and they are, as a result of feeling this regret, you guys could be in separation. You guys could have had a bad fight. Someone could have said something stupid. And as a result of the disconnect, as a result of the being apart, this person was finally able to realize that that person was their cup, that perhaps they took their love for granted, and they were able to see, they were able to view the relationship from a distance, right? From a more of an objective point of view, right? So whenever you're in the relationship, you kind of have those like honeymoon vibes, like everyone's perfect, and you have rose-colored glasses, believe the best in the other person, or even like if things do go south, you take it to the other end of the spectrum where you paint them as more of a villain than they actually are, right? Like, they are toxic narcissists, worst relationship of my life, blah, 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 right? So whenever you step back, remember that separation is not always a bad thing with your partner. Separation provides distance that gives you perspective about the relationship that you could not get otherwise being in that relationship, whether it's good or whether it's bad, right? Stepping back gives you the big picture. It gives you the full spectrum of everything that you were feeling. And the story to story A is that in this process of separation and stepping back, this person has had a renewed love because they have seen the relationship for what it was, their part, your part, and so they split, they did away with the rose-colored glasses, they did away with the blame, and they're in a place of just unconditional love, good or bad, right? But they could have also seen you on social media doing well. They could have, ran into you, you were looking good, or heard some things about your life that sort of made them like, oh man, I lost a good one. And they are having some doubts, they need to muster up the courage to come to you, but they are a little scared because they might have really fudged it and they don't know how to turn it around, right? But they definitely have renewed love, renewed sense of feelings. They just don't know. They're building up the strength to come forward to you again. So story B, we have the 8 of Wands reversed. We have the 2 of Wands reversed. And we have the Knave of Swords reversed. Funny. So story B is they aren't communicating. They're spying on you. They have one foot in the water, one foot out of the water. So if you guys blocked each other on social media, they may have made a false account, a private account, or not a private account, but a like catfish type of account, right? Just a little like spyy, lurky way of checking up to see how you are, what you're doing, without, letting you know that that's who they actually are. But they are testing the waters and sort of waiting for the right opportunity to strike. But there's no communication right now, right? When I say waiting for the right opportunity, this little ornery little cuss is looking at this door. He's waiting for like the right moment, and he's spying, right? And then over here, we have this woman who has one foot in, one foot out. She's looking around the corner, making sure, is it safe? Is it okay if I come out? So, testing the temperature is what storyline B is talking about. What storyline C got? We got the Hierophant reversed. We got the 5 of Cups reversed, came up twice, interesting. And we got the Tower. Storyline C is a divorce. With the Hierophant talks about marriage. Whenever it's reversed, it can talk about divorce. And then with the Tower, that's unexpected change. So, for some of you, you could be in a third-party relationship where the other person, I feel like storyline C is the lie. And you could be in a third-party situation that you might have walked away from. This person wants to come back in and offer an apology. And I feel like this person is going to tell you that they are getting a divorce, that they are divorced. But that is the lie. I don't think they are divorced yet. I think they are still testing the temperature because these two storylines are the same, right? Storyline A and storyline B go together, but one is not like the others, right? So storyline C, they are coming back, saying they're sorry, filled with regret. It could also be that they tell you they're divorced, but they're actually in separation, right? So it's kind of like it is testing the waters again, right? It's like they're not fully divorced, but they are still trying to have it both ways, right? So be careful of that, pile number 2. I love you very much. If that resonated, like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you would like a personal reading, check the description box below. I love you. Bye. Okay, pile number 3. For story A, we have the Knight of Staffs. Sorry. We have the 3 of Staffs. And we have Justice reversed. A passionate person isn't waiting anymore. I feel like this is talking about waging some sort of war against something that was unfair. Give me just a second. I need to get a drink of water. Thank you. Waging a war against something that was unfair. They were holding back for a while. They weren't saying anything. They were being really measured. And then maybe like the last straw hit and something that was unfair was just the straw that broke the camel's back. And they're like, you know what? I'm not going to protect you guys anymore. I'm fired up. I'm charging forward and I'm going for it. And I'm not going to wait on anyone. I'm going to create my own sense of justice, my own sense of fairness, and screw y'all. So that's storyline A. Storyline B, we have the High Priestess reversed. We have the Nine of Swords. We have the Three of Wands reversed. So interesting. But in all of these piles, y'all, I've had repeating cards. When people tell me that tarot isn't real, they just, like, they don't listen to readings, because time and time again, cards repeat. It's amazing. We have the Three of Wands reversed twice here. That's happened in every single pile, guys. I wonder if it's going to happen in this fourth pile, but we'll see. Okay. So, story B is someone who is really anxious. They might be going to psychics a lot to try to get the truth. They might be going to even like witches, trying to do spells on them. And it's because they are impatient and have a lot of anxiety. They're trapped in a cage of their own mind. In this particular deck, the Nine of Swords shows a man who is in a bird cage and the birds are outside. And it's like a switch, right? He's not supposed to belong there. A man belongs outside of the cage and birds belong inside of the cage. So he's in a spot where he doesn't belong, and he keeps himself in that spot just to, it's like torturing himself, right? But it's like a person who, and this could be you, this could be someone else, but it's a person who is sort of comfortable in their own misery because they've been doing it for so long that it's routine for them, right? And they might be relying on like a psychic to tell them something like magical that's going to save their life, but really they have to get themselves out of their own cage. And it's because, I mean, with this Three of Wands, this is more of like a rescue card to me. So it's like they're waiting to be rescued, but they have to rescue themselves, right? Which kind of goes along with this Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands takes charge. He's not gonna like wait around for anybody to give him what he wants, what he feels he deserves. So let's go to story C. We have the Ace of Wands. We have the Magician reversed. And we have the Chariot reversed. Or, not reversed, what am I saying? And the Chariot. Give me just a minute. This is again about taking action. Both of these cards are about taking action, are about moving forward, about being in control. The Magician is about being in control too, but it's more like you have the abilities, skills, and talents to create the life that you want, and you do that for yourself. No one else can do it for you. Chariot is about moving forward, moving ahead, moving on. You might lack some confidence. You might doubt some of your abilities, but you are totally capable. I feel like it is just these fears. So in this Two Truths and a Lie, I feel like the lie is actually storyline B, and it's the lies you tell yourself to keep yourself in this cage. And you may have, been like addicted to these tarot readings on YouTube, and they might have actually, I'm not saying that like psychics are not real or they're wrong or anything like that, but every psychic has their own flavor. Every psychic has their way of interpreting the cards, right? So I feel like perhaps you might have stumbled onto a psychic that isn't quite connecting with your energy, but you're listening to them to stay stuck, right? But, okay, let me tell you a story. I've told it on this channel before, but it is a good story. So I've been to a lot of psychics throughout my life. One time I got a free psychic reading on the radio, and whenever I called, the DJ asked me, just to like screen the call, the DJ asked, what question do you have for the psychic? And I said, where's my love life going? And the DJ said, wherever you want it to go, girl. So I get on the line, I get on with the psychic is wrong, and I'm not like blaming her because I feel like I was one of the last ones. She was tired, she just wasn't connecting with my energy, and I didn't take it personally, right? But when I got off the phone, I just thought, you know what? The psychic was wrong, but that DJ was right. Like, my love life is wherever I want it to go, okay? So you might be, the lie that you're telling yourself might be listening to psychics who just aren't connecting with you, and there's nothing wrong with them, there's nothing wrong with that. What is wrong is you sort of buying in to your own lie that they might reinforce, right? Whatever that is for you. So we have the Chariot here. The Chariot is about moving forward. We have a lot of action. The Ace of Wands, even the Magician, even though it's reversed, this is about taking the bull by the horns. We have the Knight of Wands. That's action. So, you might be relying on external forces to tell you what to do, to solve your problems, to give you the answers, but you hold the answers. You hold the key. You move this train forward, right? You are in control. You create your own justice for yourself. And nobody else can tell you, nobody else can give that to you. So story A is the truth. Story C is the truth. Story B is the lie, and it's the lie that you tell yourself. Also, I feel like if this is talking about a love relationship, you might have to be the one to reach out. You might have to be the one to take action. You can't wait for the other person to poke you on Facebook or ding down your doorbell or anything like that. You have to be the one to go out and create your own luck, create your own love life, create your own destiny. If you are dead set on not reaching out to that person, you don't have to reach out to that person. You can, go on a dating app or anything like that. But if there is someone that's on your mind, reach out to them. What's the worst they can do? Say no. You survive. It's not the end of the world. But you are in control of your happiness, and just remember not to fall into the same patterns, and that you can do this. You have all the tools. You're just doubting your abilities, but you have it. You can take control and move this ship forward. And you don't have to wait on anyone. You don't have to wait for those ships to come in. You drive the ship. You are the captain of your own ship, okay? Signs, we have Aries, strong Aries, Libra, Gemini, Pisces, and Cancer. Doesn't have to be, but if it resonates, it resonates. Let me know if it does resonate. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you would like a personal reading, check the description box below. I love you very much. Thank you. Bye. Okay, pile number 4 with the luxury stone, gold stone. We have the Page of Swords reversed. We have the 10 of Swords reversed. We have the Knight of Cups. Story A is someone spying, someone who has learned their lessons. It may have not been an easy road to learn those lessons. It was likely learned through betrayal and pain and heartache and loss and suffering and backstabbing and bullshit. But without that bullshit, those lessons would not have sunk in. So be grateful for that bullshit. Thank that bullshit for putting you on your path. But someone is spying. Someone is looking in. Someone is feeling left out and abandoned, orphaned, feeling like they belong in a spot that others don't see them belonging in. But like I said, all the bullshit that you have experienced has got you here, has made you a stronger person, or this other person. And now, because of those lessons, because of that bullshit, you are reaching a place of new love. Whether this is returning to someone or whether this is reaching out to that crush. Let's get on to story B. We have King of Swords reversed. We have the Hermit. And we have the Nine of Cups reversed. So story B is resisting any temptations, you could be a recovering alcoholic or have dealt with substance abuse in your past and you're getting sober. And if that's the case, I really congratulate you. That takes a lot of willpower and discipline and a lot of mental aptitude to surmount those thoughts in your head that make you want to self-medicate, right? So you really have to deal with all the bullshit, all the lessons. You really have to face your the negative things in your head and be stronger than they are, right? Not give into drugs or alcohol or sex or shopping, gambling, whatever it is for you. Not give in to things that will cover those past experiences up so that you don't have to think about them, right? Takes a lot of fortitude, takes a lot of mental strength. So that's story B. Story C is the Fool. We have the Four of Cups. And we have the King of Wands. Story C is saying that you're not ready to step into the unknown. I feel like for pile number 4, this is a very specific story, and I'm sorry if it doesn't resonate with you, but I feel like this is for people who are undergoing addictions and so story C is that you aren't ready for a new beginning, that you aren't ready to go back into you aren't ready to go back into the bar, right? Hang out with your friends who all drink. You're not ready to get back into the social scene. You're not ready to be next to those temptations. Because it's like you'll be tempted by this cup, right? You'll just be like angry that everyone else is drinking and you're not. And you're afraid that you're going to be foolish. And you are afraid that you will want to drink to be sort of the life of the party, right? You might have some fears about being too boring if you go out to the bar with friends now. Like, if I only drink water, how am I going to be as fun as I used to be? Strong Aries vibes here. We also have Virgo. Give me a second, guys. So I actually feel like in this group, pile number 4, I feel like story A is the lie. Story A is saying that you've learned all your lessons and you're ready for love again. You're ready to go out there again. But because story B and story C are so similar, I don't think you're quite ready. I feel like there might be just a few more things to purge, just a few more soul's journeys to go on before you're ready to get back out there and be around those temptations without giving in to them. The Hermit talks about sort of this mission, vision quest type of journey, right? He's like my Jesus in the wilderness card. So this is solitary energy. It's your own personal journey. It's about a monk who is going out in the middle of the night to find himself. He's in a dry, cold desert. At night it's cold, right? He has a lantern and talks about the illumination of God. But this is the daytime, so he's in the heat, and he's trying to resist any sort of oasis that sparkles, right? And he is trying to go within and figure out how to get right with spirit, how to get right with source, and how to surmount his own challenges and temptations. And so it requires a level of patience with yourself and being strict with yourself, being stern with yourself to handle all the baggage and lessons that you have to purge. And you may still sort of feel like a victim to all the bullshit you had to experience, and that's what you have to surmount at this time. You may still feel like those experiences have control over you, but you need to realize that they are lessons for you, again, that you wouldn't know otherwise. And you are in a place right now where you have to do things by yourself. No one else can help you, and being around others could lead you astray to your ultimate path. I have solitary energy here, solitary energy here, solitary here, solitary here. 9 of Cups is usually solitary. It's also about enjoying your present moment so that you don't need to cover it up with something else. You don't need to wipe away the present moment or numb it or make it any better than it already is, right? Appreciating what's already here. And definitely purging old issues, looking at them in a different way than what you have before you can synthesize them into interacting with others. I just saw this white flower on the full. It's weird, like the things your mind zooms into on these readings, but like white rose, white flowers. To me, that is forgiveness. So I feel like you're going to have to forgive people that backstabbed you, but also forgive yourself. You know, if you're going through like AA or something and you have to make amends, forgive yourself, make your amends, but forgive yourself for, you know, acting a fool or being stupid, because we're only human, right? And you can't take back the past, but you can do better in the future. So if you carry around guilt and shame about yourself, then eventually you'll just want to cover that shame up with these substances, right? I know that was very specific, but I hope those messages got to the person they were meant to get to. I love you very much. If you would like a personal reading, check the description box below. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. I love you. Bye.